nothing but money to have a good time. To have a good time.
Hi, this is Johnny Bergen. I'm here with Stephanie Tice, aka the Blues Raccoon, and welcome to No Border Blues video podcast, which looks at hidden blues scenes around the world and spotlights international blues artists that you ought to know about.
Thank you, Johnny, for that introduction. Johnny is known as the worldwide West Side guitar man, and he regularly performs with international artists and musicians from around the world in Europe, Japan, South America, and Russia.
Stephanie Tice recently produced No Border Blues Japan on Delmark Records, which is the first American compilation of the underground Japanese blues scene, and she became interested in the whole international blues arena as a DJ at KKCR in Kauai.
Kauai, beautiful time there. Our podcast today is sponsored by the Chicago Blues Network, which is an educational platform that honors the living history of Chicago blues. And today, I'm bringing you some international artists from Norway, or Norge. So I'd like to introduce Kent Erik Thorvaldsen and Tomas Thorvaldsen of the Jelly Roll Men of Norway. Woohoo!
Thank you.
The last time I saw you guys was in Memphis. You were at the IBCs, so congratulations for competing in that international blues competition, which is great to meet a lot of artists from different countries in Europe and around the world. So I wanted to ask you a little bit about the journey and your going from Norway all the way to Memphis, and just the pilgrimage that you made also from Memphis down to Clarksdale. So bring me up to date about your journey.
Okay, I can start a little, and my brother can say some more. It's in Norway. It's like the Blues Foundation here in Norway. They pick one band to go over there, and Oslo Blues Club in our capital, they also picked one band. So, and they picked us. I guess maybe there was a lot of other bands that couldn't go. I don't know, but we got the chance, and yeah, it was really nice. Of course, it was scary, you know, going over to America to play American music. It's like, yeah, we had so many talks about it. How are we gonna do it? Are we gonna try to adjust something? Or I like to speak a lot between songs and pull some jokes. Can I do all my verse jokes there? Should I not? But in the end, we just, okay, they picked us, and we're gonna go there, and we're gonna just do our thing, and we'll see how far it goes.
And you were quite well received.
Yeah, we were. Actually, we were a bit nervous because, you know, all the other bands, they had like big congregations from their own blues societies. We had like 2 people from Norway, 3 people or something. It was a very small applause. But we just, also, I have to tell you, we spoke to some of the bands, and they've been rehearsing their set for like 6 months. And we had a set, and we hadn't rehearsed it, but I just told the guys, this is the songs we're going to do. And then 15 minutes before we went on stage, I got really cold feet for some of the songs. So I'm like, guys, come here. I'm changing the set. So when we went on stage, there was completely different set. And yeah, it was, so what we played on stage there is, that's what we are. It wasn't rehearsed in a long time, and so I had to start my stopwatch on my phone so we wouldn't go over the line. So it was nerve-wracking, but that's the way we do it. So Thomas can say some more about it, I think.
Now, how many of your band members went, and what do you all play? A little bit.
You want to know what we play?
Yeah, well, you also play a certain era of the blues music. So where were you inspired to, who was your inspiration for the kind of the era of blues that you're kind of dedicated and love?
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. You know, the band is we're five guys in the band, like drums, upright bass. My brother plays the guitar. I play harmonica and sing, and we have a fantastic piano player. So we all come from kind of different angles because our drummer, he likes old school rock and roll as well. And our bass player is a huge country fan. And when I say country, it's like Johnny Paycheck and all the old stuff. So not Shania Twain. There was a guy who said that. I told him our bass player likes country. Oh yeah, Shania Twain. And he was like, his eyes went black. So, and me and my brother, we've been inspired by Walter Horton, Robert Nighthawk, kind of 40s and early 50s blues. And then we have Øyvind at the piano. He likes Sonny Slim. So we're very much into 50s Chicago blues, and yeah, from up to 50s, I think, mostly.
You guys are the Myers brothers of Norway.
Yes.
Well,
This very focused era of Chicago blues.
yeah, and we try to. I don't know why it's just always been like that. If we want to play a Muddy Waters tune, we don't play Hoochie Coochie Man, or we try to, find stuff that not everybody is playing. So on our set list now we do some Slim Harpo, some Walter Horton, a Muddy tune here and there, Sunnyland Slim. Yeah, it's all kind of Floyd Jones, all the cool stuff.
You did Dirty Motherfucker.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, and we did. We played Nervous as well.
Really interesting choice, and a little cool and risky at the same time. So did you just decide that last minute?
I think so, because sometimes we play it as Sweet Little Woman, the Little Johnny Jones version. That's the kind of mostly we do it that way, but yeah, I just decided, why don't we do Dirty Motherfucker and go out with a bang? Yeah.
Oh, that's great. So, Tomas, and why don't you tell us about your pilgrimage to some of the gravestones in Clarksdale and in Mississippi that you guys saw? And both of you can speak about this, please.
Ever since we before we left to the IBC, the goal was always to see Clarksdale and the graves and the sites. So to be honest, doing the IBC was fantastic, but it was to be there physically that was inspiring. So if it was just go down and do the IBC, maybe we would have stayed home.
So if these were in Omaha, Nebraska, you might not have come. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think so. Because going down there where all of the histories, that is, we have a Norwegian word called gullstøv. That's like gold dust. It's the cherry of the cake or whatever. We really wanted to go down to Clarksdale, so it was nice.
When you went to Clarksdale, did you play, or did you see some bands down there, or was it just really about the pilgrimage and journey, or were you able to see some people down there?
It was about the pilgrimage, first, but we hope we maybe could jam with somebody or meet up wherever and play, but we didn't get the chance. So it was for me, it was walking with my jaw like down here all the time and just taking it all in. So for us to be able to go over there and experience everything was almost too much.
Well, that's very cool to hear. Go ahead.
I love that expression, gold dust.
Yeah, it's a cherry top, gold dust.
So,
yeah, because it's the story of the musicians and seeing the sights, and Kent Erik, my brother, and our piano player Øyvind, they really took a long road trip and saw everything they wanted to. So he got some cool stories.
That's well, speaking of jamming a little, would you mind playing a little music for us right now? Some harmonica or guitar? It'd be great.
Yeah, I can do it too. And I just want to say that when it comes to seeing all the graves and it's very important for us to learn the story of the music and learn the history and the culture, and because I think if you want to play a song and you don't know what it's about, it makes no sense. So that's why we wanted to travel across Mississippi and just see. And just a small story, me and the piano player, we were driving and we saw Lake Cormorant, and Øyvind told me, like, Lake Cormorant, wasn't that where Son House recorded? And we started chatting, like, yeah, I think that's where the Lomax recordings were done. So we just took a detour and we managed to find the spot, and we stood there with like tears in our eyes, and of course all the houses were gone and everything was gone, but like this is where it happened. So it was my brother said it was almost too much, and I think we spent a lot of weeks trying to just let everything soak in. So sometimes I go back and watch my pictures from the trip to see everything. So I think we almost saw too much, actually. It was like overload. So we saw like Mississippi John Hurt's grave and Robert Nighthawk, and we also, me and Øyvind got to see Willie Brown's grave. We spent 2 days searching for Willie Brown's grave, and we found it, and there was a no trespassing sign there, and we thought we was going to be shot, and yeah, it was
Add excitement.
yeah. It was too much. No, I can do a small piece for you. This is kind of embarrassing because I was actually going to play a song that I've written myself, but I'm always late, so I was late for this appointment as well, and when I ran downstairs to get me a cup of water because I was a bit nervous, and then I dropped my air harmonica into my cup of water, so that's not working. But I have a D harmonica here, and I'm gonna do a song. I think it's a Snooky Pryor number. I've only heard Snooky Pryor play it, but maybe some other guy made it. So are you ready?
Yeah.
It's
ready.
I think the lyrics are probably written before Me Too, and yeah, you check this out. You got a little woman, she won't treat you right. Feed her 3 times a day and you whoop her at night. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it if you wanna get along with me. got a little woman, she got me a bulldog too. The woman don't bite, but my bulldog do. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it if you wanna get along with me. I whoop my baby with my stingery. You might have heard her holler, don't get mad at me. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it if you wanna get along with me. Tell me, little girl, where you been so long? I ain't had a lovin' since you've been gone. That's the way to do it. Now that's the way to do it. Now that's the way to do it if you wanna get along with me.
Kämpefint!
Right on.
Kämpekunt!
Thank you.
That's wonderful. I was going to ask you a question a little bit about the language, because that always intrigues me. You know, after the work we did in Japan, we had one song that was fully in Japanese. Do you ever write in Norwegian, or do you always just think in English? I know in Norway everybody speaks English so well. So when you're laying an original out, do you ever start with writing it in Norsk, or is it always in English?
It's all in English, and there's we have talked about maybe writing some Norwegian lyrics, but I guess all the blues I've listened to my whole life has been in English, and all the TV shows here are in English. We don't dub anything, and there's also from the area that me and my brother is from, there's a rock and roll band, and they have taken like all the hit songs from the 50s and they have rewritten the lyrics, and they're a really funny band. But if we do the same, we like kind of like we get mixed up with those guys, or we fall into the same category. So, and even though we like to crack jokes and have a little fun, and we mean serious business as well, also with our music, and blues is, for me and my brother, it's everything. So we'll see. We could make a song, or we should try it sometime, but so far it's been all English.
For No Border Blues Norway, we'll have to have one song for Norsk, maybe.
Yeah, we should.
That would be good.
Well, I love your playing. Thomas, do you want to play something, or were you ready for that, or is it something? I'd love to hear you play.
Yeah, sure. I didn't, like my brother, I didn't prepare so much. So
Hope you didn't drop your guitar in the bathtub.
no, I did not. I was going to use an electric guitar, but we got polar bears outside, so
Oh,
I had to chase one off my property, so I kind of busted up my guitar. So, but I got this one. I also should do an original,
great.
but I'm not going to do that.
Just taste of your style.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my version of a Big Bill Brudency tune. It's called Louise. I think it's a sweet and a terrible song. Yeah, like all together. So yeah, and I think it's in the key of E. So yeah.
Okay, right before you start, I'm going to try to highlight you, and I couldn't see where to do that.
Yeah.
Speaker view.
You want me to move like?
You're good. No, you're
You're
all
good.
good now. Now it's like you've got the stage now.
Ooh,
All right.
making me nervous, man. You all ready?
Yep.
Yeah. Louise, you the sweetest girl I know. Louise, you the sweetest girl I know. You had to walk from Chicago down into the Gulf of Mexico. Now look at here, Louise. I know what you're trying to do. You trying to make me love you, and you love another man too. Louise, you the sweetest girl I know. You made me walk from Chicago down into the Gulf of Mexico. Now, Louise, I believe somebody been fishing in my pond. They've been catching all my perches and grinding up the bones. Louise, why don't you hurry home? You had me walk from Chicago and down into the Gulf of Mexico.
That's great.
Tusen tack, Tomas.
Thank you.
Good talk, right?
Tusen tack, yeah.
Okay. Now, let's see what I gotta do to. Bravo.
Bravo.
You know, I really love you guys' sound, and you really have a focused style, and the record sounds great. Tell us about making the record Jelly Roll Shuffle.
Yeah, we have been talking about making a record for a long time, and I don't know why Little Victor's name came up. I can't remember why we contacted him, but anyway, we got in touch with him, and he was very interested in producing our album. So he came over here, and we did a small tour with him, and we showed him some originals, and we had like a brainstorming, and he picked out some songs from our list that he thought would work for us. And we just talked to a Norwegian harmonica player called Arne Fjell Rasmussen. He plays with Vidar Busk.
Okay.
So he has a lot of cool stuff, amps and microphones from the 50s. So he knew a guy that had a pub and a restaurant in his garage. So we just took all the equipment there, and we did it in, I wouldn't say one recording, but we played all live in one big room. So there was no booths with vocals or no adding stuff. Yeah, I think we got the sound out of the record, and Victor was tough to work with. Victor is an eccentric guy, and he drove us really hard, and sometimes we wanted to, just punch each other, and then we got friends again, and it was like a roller coaster ride. And we did it in one weekend, and yeah, the Jelly Roll Shuffle was the result, and we're very happy about it.
Yeah, it's a wonderful recording.
Congratulations! It really stands out well.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, thank you. And yeah, it was. I also have to say, Victor was a big part of the success, but also Arne, who because Victor is he was writing, pushing us very hard, and Arne is laid back and really relaxed, and so I think the chemistry altogether was just perfect. So the funniest moment was this guy who owned this garage. He probably has a lot of money, but he had some paintings of Picasso on the wall, and we thought it was just like cheap copies. So when we were going to take the photos, Victor just took all the pictures off the wall and stacked it up on the table. And this guy can't come inside and just, those are Picassos! Those are real Picassos!
That's hilarious. Yeah, it sounds like a good production weekend.
Yeah.
he didn't spill any beer on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great one. That's a great.
Yeah, and Victor got us in touch with Rhythm Bomb Records, and they wanted to put it out, so we were really excited. Our goal was just to make a record, so when we leave this planet, there would be something behind that people could, what were these guys doing? So we would have a record left after us, but people loved it, and Rhythm Bomb loved it, and yeah, so I think it got actually bigger than we even hoped for, actually.
So Rhythm Bomb Records is very on the rockabilly side, and you mentioned your bassist is coming from a rockabilly place. Do you guys have a like a rockabilly constituency, or do you have rockabilly fans that come to your shows?
Yeah, we do. We have all kinds of fans. Of course, older people that have listened to this music, they come, and also rockabilly people, because I think a lot of the old blues is close to rockabilly in certain areas. So often it's young people that comes from the American car clubs here. Old American cars are really popular here. There's a lot of young people. They drive old 50s cars. They listen to the music, and they wear 50s clothes, and
They drive
those.
Gene Vincent in their like 50s Cadillac.
Yeah, and those people also really love old school blues. So in the Blues Society, there's a big discussion. Some people say that because we play old traditional blues, we're holding the blues back, and that's why young people don't want to listen to the blues. I think that's wrong, because a lot of young people, they really love old school blues, and sometimes they come over to us after a show and they say like, I didn't know blues could be like this. So
you're like, actually, this is blues.
yeah, it is.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it has a great appeal.
Well, I'll tell you what, you guys have made my day.
Yes, yes. So if people want to hear some of your music, I know you have the Jelly Roll Men on Facebook page. Do you have access to your recordings anywhere, or any websites you could tell us about other than the Jelly Roll Men Facebook page?
We have a page at Rhythm Bomb Records, so we're actually sold out of CDs. So if you want to buy the CD, you have to buy it off Rhythm Bomb, or I think it's on Amazon. Our music is on iTunes and Spotify, and some of it on YouTube as well. So we're not the greatest. We're not very good when it comes to doing promotion for ourselves. So we've been talking about making some YouTube videos now for 3 years, so probably never gonna happen. But yeah, just check Spotify, iTunes, YouTube. We also have a vinyl or LP version of our record.
Oh, great! Those are very popular. So
yeah, and I hear it's very, very good. You know, I hate listening to myself sing, so I never heard the record completely. I've just heard some here and there, but people are satisfied with it. So
some people don't.
You may be our only guest who can say that. What about you, Thomas? Have you listened to your own record or no?
No, not the whole thing. Sorry.
This is hilarious.
That is hilarious.
Only a band from Norway could say this. I know. Don't take that the wrong way. But you know, I mean, you've got this humility coming to the music, and you really see it as something much bigger than, you know, you see the whole historical context of it. And so, you know, I don't know if that has something to do with not wanting to listen to yourself.
Yeah, it's for me, it's very strange that not all blues musicians want to learn about the culture and the history. And we went to the W.C. Handy Museum when we were in Memphis, and the woman that worked there, she was really surprised, like, what are 5 Norwegian guys doing here? And I told her, like, we're playing the IBC, but we want to learn about the blues, and we want to talk to people and get a bigger understanding for it. And she actually almost started to cry. She had tears in her eyes, and she was just amazed. And then she said, like, what's the name of your band? And I said, we called the Jelly Roll Men, and this was an African American woman, and she just laughed her ass off. And so when we say that in Norway, the Jelly Roll Men, oh yeah, cake, yeah, everybody thinks about cake, but it's not. And when we left,
Understood it to me.
She's like, Jelly Roll Man, yeah.
And when we left, she yelled out, I can be your jelly roll.
That is a song.
You gotta put her on your next record somehow. Like, I mean, you've got to write some song, you know, write some song for her for your next one.
Yeah, we should definitely. So we want to make a new record, but we're a little short on cash. So it's been hard times with the COVID-19 here, and I was laid off from work for a few months, and it's been hard, no gigs, and so whenever we get the chance to record another recording, we're gonna do it.
Yeah. Well, nästa år will be mycket bättre. Vi hoppas för alla. So next year will be better for all of us. And it's really been a pleasure and honor to talk to you guys. I so enjoyed meeting you in Memphis and bringing you to your first American house party, which was a blast. Everybody really enjoyed that as well. And when this COVID thing kind of goes over, we're hoping to get to Europe next year. So we'll look forward to seeing you there. So
Thank you. It was. I just have to also say, we did our IBC show. We came to the semifinal, and at the end of our semifinal set, I looked to the side and I saw, isn't that Johnny Bergen? And there was Bob Margolin and Bob Corritor. Thank God we didn't see you guys at the start of our set. We would have, we wouldn't have finished our set. And after our set, Bob Margolin came up and shook our hands and said, that was a breath of fresh air. So, and when he said that, it didn't matter if we went to the finals or not. We didn't care. That was like, yeah, we got it.
yes, I remember running down your Øyvind in the streets speaking Norwegian.
Yeah.
So we must say tusen takk fra oss. That means thank you from us. Tusen takk. And vi ses neste år. So we'll see you next year. And I'd like to thank our sponsor, which is the Chicago Blues Network, which is bringing Chicago blues to the world. And what would you like to say?
That was it. You certainly got us as new fans when you came to Memphis. So we look forward to seeing you again. Thanks for being on our podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.